Yes, sir. So I'll go back in time just a couple of years ago when I was born, maybe like 20. I was born in a Catholic Hispanic family, and evangelization started with my parents showing me how to make the sign of the cross. And I will do it in my forehead, my lips, and my heart. Learning also the Our Father and the Hail Mary, and of course a prayer to the guardian angel. After that, eventually, I will receive preparation for my first communion. This preparation was done for an entire year, Monday through Friday, for 1 hour each day. On that time, it was a question-response format, like some of you have known, but it was full of biblical stories as well, and stories about saints. Because in our culture, we have many devotions to the saints. To continue my journey, it is very important for me to mention the devotion to the Virgin of Guadalupe. I can't go ahead if I don't mention her. She is very important for the culture, especially having a Mexican heritage. So on that day, December the 12th, the Mañanitas were sung, flowers were offered to the Virgin, and in places like in Mexico City, you will have pilgrimage, people riding their bikes long distances to get to the basilica, or running, others carrying heavy statues or pictures of the image of the Virgin of Guadalupe. It was a huge celebration. I also have to add that many people, women and men, have by name Guadalupe. So they were also celebrating themselves, especially those who were born on December the 12th. So there was a lot of music going on in the streets. You will hear all that joy and people just having parties. Of course, it was a huge day for the culture, and we will all attend Mass. But what else is going on this time? What is happening in the community? There's a lot of devotions that are being practiced. Devotions to several saints. Attending chapels, churches, doing the 40 visits to the Blessed Sacrament. Asking for a favor and going on our knees from the entrance all the way to the altar when that favor was granted. And if not, just continue praying. Evangelization has also been the presence of the popes who had visited, in this case, Mexico, where John Paul II said, "Mexico, always faithful." That was his phrase. We were all so happy to have him there. Evangelization was about praying the rosary. In some families, they will do it at 7 o'clock at night. In my case, was on Sundays And during the month of May, all the girls who have had their first communion will dress with their first communion dresses and offer flowers to the Virgin while praying the rosary. In between each mystery, we will sing Marian songs, and that will take place Monday to Friday, the whole month of May. The month of June was reserved for the boys, so they will offer flowers to the Sacred Heart. In regards of my confirmation, I have to say that I did not receive a preparation for confirmation because on that time it was done before First Communion. So I had it at an early age. And actually, I was sick that day. I was in bed, and the bishop went to my house and had me confirmed there on my bed. That was, something really exciting. For the preparations of baptisms and marriage, those were for an entire week, Monday through Friday, from 1 to 2 hours long. And everybody will be happy to attend and learn more about the sacraments. The faith was alive everywhere. It is important to mention for me that the chapels were open, the churches were open at any time. And even though if you could not go by yourself to practice your novena, there was always somebody, a friend of yours, who will do it, and you could go with that person. So I really don't see a separation between the church and the community. It was infused. So all the people were living the faith. Pilgrimage. From my experience, there was an image of Jesus in the not so far, like 4 walks, like 4 hours away by walking to the closest town, and we will take that image to that town, and the men, perhaps the strongest one, they will carry that image all along the way. They will take turns, and everybody will go behind them. Those were huge celebrations. We will make ornaments. We will hang some strings, like you will see in the picture on your left side, hanging from one side of the street to the other side of the street, tied from the balconies or the windows. All those events were evangelizing moments. So prayer has been important. Formation. Besides my parents and the experiences of that community, I attended a Catholic high school where I received more Catholic formation. And I continue studying to deepen my faith, so that way I can minister more appropriately to the Hispanic community. Formation also allows me to sit down at a table with Hispanics and non-Hispanics and being open to engage in fully conversations where new insights will spring. Evangelization was my quinceañera celebration. It was a great opportunity for the church to teach on vocations. They will say, well, you're growing, You may remain single, or you may get married one day, or you may be interested in religious life. So as you have seen in my journey, everything, prayer has been involved, formation, and that is how it's been. It has not been tied to a schedule. Evangelization has not been tied to a schedule, to our beginning or ending program. It's an ongoing process that keeps going, where I'm being evangelized and I become an evangelizer to others, highlighting prayer and formation within my family, the community, and with those I encounter in my ministry to the Hispanic community. Thanks.